Scott.
Hey, Luke.
I'm going to talk about a game.
I'm going to listen to you talk about a game.
Cool. So this game, this was actually a solicited game to us. So the developer reached out and said, hey, we got this game. Heard you like tower defense games. You want to check this out? And I said, ooh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, this is...
So I am a
jam.
sucker for a tower defense game. This game is called Poker Tower Defense.
Okay.
By the developers Come To Us.
Mm-hmm.
This is a free game. The basic premise of this game is it is a tower defense game, but like the name says, it's centered around cards and poker.
Okay.
So instead of having characters that you're laying down in your grid space, you're laying down cards. And these are all, a normal 52 card deck card, that's the different cards you have to choose from. Now, there's different abilities that these cards have. So you'll have, your, let's say, for instance, your Joker will be able to merge with anything. So it's a wild.
Okay.
But like the Queen of Hearts might be doing fire damage, and the 10 of Clubs could be doing lightning damage. Or there's an Ace of Spades that does like poison damage, but then there's another Ace of Spades that can do, big like quick attacks or something. So there's all of these different kinds of cards in different ranks. There's common, rare, elite, legendary, all these different ranges. And so you're laying these cards down, and normally in most tower defense games, if there is a merging mechanic, it's based on like units. You can merge like units together, and they'll either become a stronger of that same unit or a different unit that you have available in your deck. So just like other tower defense games, you create your deck, but your deck is you have the normal run of normal cards, but then you can pick one card of each suit. So hearts, diamonds, spades, clubs.
Gotcha.
Of your kind of special cards. So that's your deck. And then as the game progresses, as you beat the enemies that are going around your little perimeter, you get energy to be able to draw more cards.
Okay.
And the way you merge cards then is you can merge like cards together. So I could merge two kings together to make a next powerful card, a level 2 card, and that could go from a king to a 10 or a different suit even. So it doesn't stay the same. It goes based on any other card. Or you can merge like suits together as long as they're the same level.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a mental thing to get used to because at first I was confused. I was like, well, I can't merge this king and this king together. It's because one was a level 1, one was a level 2. So you can merge like suits and like numbers as long as they're the same rank or level of card.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you have a hero. So your hero that you play, you can upgrade them, and they have abilities too. So much like other games that I've talked about, you can, in play, as that hero ability becomes charged, as you kill more enemies, you can hit a button and unleash their ability, where maybe it's they do a super fast attack, or maybe they do a stream of water the opposite way of the lane to kind of knock enemies back, or kill the monsters coming towards your tower. These heroes do all kinds of different stuff, and so the game has a lot of special cards that you can unlock, and it's cool because they give you a whole list of what's available, so you can kind of look at your collection and say, you know what, I kind of really need, maybe a fast attack club card. So do they make that? Oh yeah, it's right there. I have to unlock it. Okay, so maybe I'll work towards doing something like that. Now, the way to get cards is you can defeat enemies. You play other players, and you gain chests.
Okay.
And these chests are time unlock chests, or you can spend gems and unlock them early, or you can do challenges. They have like daily challenges or some kinds of tournaments and stuff where you would unlock cards based on where you rank in the overall tournament. So there's a lot of ways to get cards. You can get cards by watching ads. So there's not any forced ads, but there are opportunities to get things for watching ads.
Okay.
And this is not a new mechanic. We've seen that in a lot of other kind of free-to-play games where, hey, if you watch this, we'll give you an extra card, or we'll give you double your payout on this thing, or whatever. And this is very much the same kind of thing. Now, I will say, as you get going and playing the game, there is a lot going on in the actual gameplay itself, in the real-time gameplay. Graphically, the game looks awesome, but as things are happening and you're trying to, look at what's merging and different monsters are coming on and, attack effects are happening or different things, it can be kind of chaotic.
Okay.
So maybe that's one thing I will say, that the design of the cards, while the poker theme fits really well, and I think that was a smart way to do it, I would like to see maybe the cards were a little bigger, or maybe a little bit easier to see, is this an ace or a jack, or, because with animations going on and you're trying to, especially as the match goes on and things get faster and faster, it gets kind of hectic to see, what am I trying to merge. The other thing that's cool, another small feature, but is not in a lot of tower defense games, is the ability of, once you put a card out, you can swap with a card in your you have like a ready area, or like a waiting list of cards that you've drawn. You can swap that out and kind of make a different battlefield for yourself.
Okay.
So if you're like, oh, you know what, based on the cards I've drawn or what's merged and what's become available, I'm really doing a lot of quick attacks, so maybe I'll pull out this card and put in a slowing card so that I can do more attacks while the enemies are going slower. So that's a cool feature. That's not a lot of things you see in normal tower defenses. Normally when you play a hero or a monster or a unit, you're stuck with what's out.
Right.
And you got to hope that RNG gets you what you need when you merge.
Sure.
So that's a cool feature. I think that's one of those that I didn't realize I needed until I had it. And now I find, there's a couple other tower defense games I play that I'm like, man, I wish I could switch this out.
Sure.
So overall, I like this game. I think it's a good game. I gave it a 3.4 overall. You don't have ads unless you want to watch them.
Sure.
But there are a couple little things, that I've noticed that are slightly strange. One is, and maybe this is just because I'm not far enough in the game, but sometimes if challenges are available or certain things that maybe new features, you are kind of forced into clicking them and forced into doing some things. It says, hey, you can unlock a card if you play the daily challenge, and you can say, okay, and then it goes into a screen where it's kind of giving you a helping hand of where to press, but you can't press anywhere else.
Oh.
And,
okay.
And you kind of have to go through those motions to do it, and then, you're just all of a sudden you're in a game.
Okay.
So, like I said, I don't think that maybe is a normal thing, but as you're getting into the game and learning, some of those things are forced tutorials. There's really not much tutorial to get through. It's actually, pretty intuitive of a game. And it really helps you along with, showing you how to merge things, showing you how to set up your deck. The tutorials are very easy to understand.
Is it the kind of game you can play by yourself, or are you thrown in there with other players?
So you are playing real time with other players, it seems like, but the matches are so quick. You really, you can play it as you want.
Okay.
You're not really going to be stuck in a game that lasts, 10 minutes. It's going to, you about 1 or 2 minutes and you're kind of done.
Is it pretty balanced finding an opponent then?
Yeah. So you get in ranks and you go in levels, and as you get better, you get up in higher levels and better, opponents. So they do a really good job, it seems like, of making it so you feel like you're actually able to progress. I'm sure, much like any other progression game, you're going to hit a wall at some point.
Sure.
Where you're either going to need to do some challenges to get some extra rewards, or you're going to need to spend money to, get past the hump.
Yeah.
Luckily for us, like I said, this was solicited to us, and they also offered to give me a little bit of bump with some in-game currency, so I could try out some higher end features. And like I said, it's a cool game. It's a lot of game there for what it is, and especially because it's free.
Sure.
You're going to have the trade-off of having some ads, but like I said, if you watch the ads, they're going to give you something for that. And then, you're going to have gems as the currency of choice. You have coins to be able to buy and upgrade items, but gems are the things that let you unlock things faster and, do some of that progression content.
Sure.
And those are both coins and gems are available to purchase in the app if you want to.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a really cool game. If you like tower defense, it's gonna be really easy to hop into. It's like I said, it has a couple cool features that other tower defense games don't have. It looks good. The sound is okay. It's pretty comparable to most games. It's nothing that I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
I'm really drawn in by this.
Right, it's
Sure.
fine. But the features, it's fairly deep with, customizing your hero character and progressing them, and then building your deck, and there's different challenges and tiers and stuff you can get through. So there's a lot of game there if you want to play it.
Okay.
But there are some ads and some notifications that say, hey, you got a chest that's unlocked. You open it up, see what you got. So you'll have some of that stuff, but it's free.
And the game again?
Poker Tower Defense.
Poker Tower Defense.
Yep.
Thank you, Luke.
No problem.